Assalamualaikum, salam sejahtera everybody and welcome to Better Call Sukan. Bersama saya Arief Danial with my partner here.
Khal?
Yes. Okay Khal.
Ya, saya.
Better Call Sukan ni untuklah first timers yang dengar kan. Apa benda ni yang hype-hype pasal sukan ni? So basically, Better Call Sukan ni adalah satu podcast di mana kita tahu dan kenal pelbagai jenis sukan.
Correct.
Yes. Dan pelbagai jenis sukan macam bola sepak tu satu episod je ke? Tidak. Dalam bola sepak kita ada banyak pelbagai cabang. Betul tak?
Yes.
Tengok aku goreng lagi ya.
Oh, okay.
Kau bagi aku masa. So basically kita boleh tahu macam different types of jenis-jenis. Maknanya ada grassroots hari tu. And grassroots pun ada berbagai jenis. Ada grassroots in the country, in the small negeri, macam-macam. Dan hari ni kita pun nak sembang pasal bola sepak ke?
Yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed last week episode pasal baseball.
Oh yes,
Correct.
betul.
Then in the future we're going to have more episodes on all kind of sports. Again, the objective, the mission since first episode adalah untuk bagi suara untuk semua sukan.
Yes, betul. So, kita dah ready ke nak introduce guest kita pada hari
Boleh?
ni?
Silakan.
Aku ke kau?
Juice. Okay. Alright, so welcome ladies and gentlemen to Better Call Sukan episode 5.
5 dah kita? Ush, okay,
As of recording in this episode, is episode 5. So we'd like to introduce our guests from Pahang Rangers,
Pahang Rangers.
Futsal Club.
Oh, futsal pula
Futsal
kali
Club.
ni. Alright.
And also Women in Football Malaysia.
Women in Football Malaysia. Okay.
Wait, synchronize tu. Anyway, Mutiara, welcome to the show.
Mutiara, welcome Mutiara.
Better Call Sukan episode 1 is the hits. So let's make a hit more than all of the episode. Not just one.
Okay.
Good energy.
Mungkin sebab dia dengar first episode saja kot, dia kata hit. Tak adalah. Alright, so Mutiara, you are from Independent Women in Football Malaysia.
Yes.
WIFM, and you are from Pahang Rangers Futsal Club.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so basically sebelum kita go inside deeper, why don't you macam bagi tahu macam mana you minat dan cinta terhadap sukan.
And also introduce yourself to your
Hi, I'm Mutiara. I don't know how to play football. That's the first clause
Okay.
that everyone should know.
Alright.
I really don't know how to play football. I happen to be in football by accident, I would say, because I manage a talent who happens to have a football club.
Okay.
Yeah. So because he thought that managers can manage everything of all the same.
Betul. Yeah.
Like coordinating everything. So yeah, that's how accident it was to happen to be in football. So I am familiar with being known as a talent manager and also the manager of Chalo FC.
Okay.
Yeah. And then from there on, from Chalo, I've learned a bit, one or two about football, and then I got to learn deeper. Tengok orang pergi bola main tengok Malaysia main dekat Bukit Jalil, and then slowly I grow into learning about ultras, the culture of supporting football, and then I wanted more.
Okay.
That's where my journey begins. I started to study football in management, not football to play. Yeah. And because I thought kalau kita jaga club, kita kena tahu everything. Not necessarily you have to be an expert in it, but you have to learn and know the other stuff. So I studied coaching. I took my grassroots and D license. I also did my sports science with ISN, a level 1 for high performance athlete, and I did my masters in sports management, with legal skills specifically for football with FC Barcelona.
Congratulations. What an athlete.
Yeah, and now I'm still studying because I think you should never stop yourself and exploring. And I want to be better, not just for me, for where I can contribute. So I am now doing my advanced sports management course with Olympic Council.
Oh, wow.
So
Apa? Advanced?
Sports management course.
Advanced Sports Management. Okay.
Yeah.
With Olympic Council. Nice.
Yeah.
Olympic. Okay.
I hope I'm not be gonna be one of the dropout.
No,
because
believe in yourself. Believe in yourself.
Ada
So
niat
in
dia
yourself.
nak teruskan tu pun dah.
So last year only 18 graduated. So they had quite a number,
Okay.
but 18 saja graduated last year.
Itu apa, PhD
in
ke
Malaysia? No, it's a course.
Oh, it's a course.
But it's very in depth. I think it's very different from what I learned in my master's program, because dia memang in depth for club organisation. It goes very in depth. Yeah.
Betul dalam lah.
Dalam macam it start with your constitutions, then your structure, finance, everything. So it's very, very in depth where you look into other clubs, sport organizations, especially the ones that go for Olympics,
Okay.
and how they do it. So for me, it's difficult. Although I had my master in sport, it's because it's altogether different. So it's a program running from March until September. So I will be doing my third session first week of July.
Okay. And reason of why you want to take that?
I have to improve myself because there is no benchmark for us, of course. People are saying, oh, you're doing great, you're doing good, but you never know how
Correct,
good.
yeah.
So you have to go, when you study, then you know, oh, might be this is the wrong way of doing. You can see another way of doing, and then because there is all sports together where
Correct.
Better Call Sukan.
Betul.
It's not just specifically football, because when you are in football, you just go see how football things are.
Correct.
There you could see how Paralympics are surviving. You are not alone of doing, it's football, it's like that. But you never seen other sports, how they are
Correct.
struggling, how they are doing it, how they are developing it.
Betul lah. Yeah, great. Because like I think we need more of that, and also I think what you hit a very interesting point, macam blind spots. I mean, a blind spot, meaning we think that we know it all, but we don't really necessarily know all.
Yes.
So macam growing yourself to doing all kinds of other sports and apa semua tu, it really helps a lot. So thank you for sharing about that. I think hope inshallah you'll do well. Your exam. Yeah, inshallah. So you shared about your sporting journey already. How did you get into like the grassroots element of it, as well as like your current positions now?
I think it's grassroots. It goes back to where my accidents, where I've seen. So when I started with social club, amateur club,
Okay.
I've seen how things are sort of. So I have questions at the back of my mind, and then for me, it's like if I throw away problems without having a solution, that's just.
Cakap cakap
So
kosong
it's
lah.
might as well I work on things. So for example, WIF, when I started, it was during pandemic. I
Correct.
remember in December during pandemic, and I wanted to raise value for women in football, not players in specific, but all the community,
Commentators,
everything.
physio.
Because when this is where I didn't receive much support, how I think I see, although I might be wrong, to receive support. So I had my supports all from Women in Football UK throughout.
Okay.
Up until
okay.
today, we have sessions, they have webinars where you talk, you can freely talk. Because sometimes it's just maybe I'm being emotional. I mean, you need someone else to tell you, you're not being emotional, you're just being, it's a fact of how things are. So that's where it goes back to grassroots, where I think if I want to have a better community, it has to start from me. I cannot be saying, orang ni tak buat, orang tu tak buat, orang ni patut buat macam ni. I mean, why can't I start? So I started as a passion project slowly. I know it won't bring me income, alright, but it'll bring a better community. It starts from me. I mean, I see it start from us, where we. So that's where how WIF start. Also for grassroots, for where Pahang Rangers applied.
Apa Power Rangers?
Pahang
Rangers. Sorry.
Pahang.
So Pahang Rangers Pahang Rangers
It's a futsal club, where I am the general secretary for Pahang Rangers.
Okay.
So
women
in football
lain.
I'm lain. It's two different organizations. Yeah.
Takut di pendengar
Bagus,
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Teruskan.
Where Pahang Rangers are concerned, I think I work very much on pushing for community. Everyone I think who's in futsal knows that is the team who will fight top 3 for
Correct.
sure. But then for me, I think yes, we have really professional team, we have good coaches, we have good players, but we need more. What are Pahang Rangers' legacy?
Good question.
Yeah. So so when we attended UEFA recently for a development program, it's actually for women development program, but I tried to apply it to CS in general, not just as a woman. It goes back to questioning myself. I'm not been doing much because it's what are the legacy? What are things? Let's say if I were to leave Pahang, what am I leaving behind? What am I giving back, contributing back to the states? So pushing the community is one of the I think the mission or vision for myself, where I always say I want. I told my boss I want to have Pahang as the heart of futsal.
Smart.
Does that really mean? It's not just being number 1 or number 2 in the top league. What are we contributing back to our community? So that's where grassroots comes in, where we have to have really good academy pathway, where we provide competitions for our community, not necessarily macam where of course everyone wants to win, but a platform where people comes together, not just playing, but they support each other. They see a different whole thing as a career, as a
system.
Yeah, it's because it's also a mental. I mean, for you when you play, you sweat. If you work, you go to, let's say you are not a player, you go to work every day. Sometimes you're stressed.
Okay.
It's a release from it.
Yes.
So it's a community. Everything.
Community back.
Okay, so sekejap before aku lost. This is about Pahang Rangers.
So I have 2 things.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
One, I have Women in Football. I'm the
Yes.
founder of Women in Football.
Yes,
okay.
betul.
The other thing is I'm the General Secretary of Pahang Rangers.
So you are saying that as a whole ke tadi about the academy wise and all?
I said it separately. I started with Women in Football just now.
Okay.
Then I continued with Pahang Rangers.
Oh, okay. Betul.
Good. So keep track everything.
Yes. Alright. So basically, your programs, Pahang Rangers ni is a futsal team ke? Ada academy ke? Is it women's ke or men's ke? Under 12 ke? Or like that age?
Pahang Rangers is a men's senior team where they compete in Malaysia Premier Futsal League.
MPFL.
Okay.
All right. And then now we also have academy for under 6 to up to under 16.
Okay.
Yep.
Itulah yang aku nak tahu. Okay, teruskan.
Okay, so that's segment 1. So Mutiara has shared with us, dah kongsi dengan kita about the intricacies of the start work of women in football.
Yes.
And as well as Pahang Rangers. Okay, so now we are going to segment 2. So how does both of your organizations that you are part of supports the grassroots initiative?
That's a very good question because I'm questioning myself that as well. Okay, where WIFF, okay, I'll separate the two.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
easier.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Where WIFF is concerned, I think we wanted to raise value for women so that women can play without having concerns. Although there is still, we want a woman to work in football industry without concerns. Where there is still, but is still workable. Where if you put aside everything else. So where the grassroots is concerned, I think we still have to work on pushing the value and create positive vibes for women working in football. But then again, I think my own restrictions, not WIF, is that I am more focused now with my day job. So I don't have much time to contribute for WIF. WIF, I am the founder, but I have 3 co-founders where they also work in football industry and time restriction as well.
Okay, so WIF ni, is it dia punya base dia also in Pahang or?
No, based in KL actually. All 4 of us. I'm staying in KL, but now because I work with Pahang, I stay in Pahang. I am Pahang born and raised.
So Pahang Rangers ni home dia in Pahang?
In Pahang.
Okay. And WIF ni you guys play futsal ke, football ke?
We don't play. We are actually all coaches. We got to know each other from our D license class.
Okay, that's cool.
So apa WIF ni buat? Yes.
We actually that's why I mean we want to raise value for women. So our first event was back in 2 years
2021?
ago. Yeah, in Penang, where we
Okay.
created because we know that we want to raise value for the women industry, but without having players play, people don't see it much. So we did a 4-cornered tournament in Penang at Copa Arena, and also we did a networking sessions where after the tournaments we did a networking session in USM itself.
Okay.
So that's where everything starts, I guess. Then after that, last year we did a law leadership course where we had a law with Dr. Jadi in Selangor FE.
Okay.
As our host, and then we also had Dr. Hazwan for medical background, just to have input for women to have. I mean, if you are interested to be a leader or manager, team manager, these are some inputs for you.
Okay, the subject matter experts lah. Okay, that's cool.
So you guys ni is like a community yang bukan main bola sepak ni WIF ni bukan.
It's more of an advocacy group.
Advocacy tu apa maksud dia?
Macam dia advocate lah pasal women's
Untuk nak naikkan the value of women's, nak bagi orang appreciate yang nak samakan women's and men's. So that is what you guys are doing in WIF, right?
We are raising the value for women working in football. It's not just players. Like, let's say for example, myself, I wanted, when I applied Pahang Rangers, I wanted to go by merit, not by connections.
Okay, faham.
Okay, so that's the value that we want to put out. Like, because sometimes, let's say, I fail interview, I'll go and talk to Khal, for example, right?
Okay.
Khal say, alah, tak ada apalah, maybe perempuan. But you would say, no, you want someone to fight for you, to argue for you, to bring forth, saying there's
merit.
a value. Yeah.
So
Macam kita ingin belajar degree lah.
I
Gotta get degree by merit, not by connections.
Style. Aku ingat WIF ni adalah like a community yang main bola. Aku ni tak.
Again, there's many communities out there. Tapi it's nice to get various ranges lah.
I see.
In that goes to how's your work in Pahang Rangers.
Teruskan.
So I think strengthening the futsal academy is very important for us to help the grassroots, because then it will give, not competition wise, but for the players, budak-budak kecil come to have fun and enjoy the sport itself. Because through sport, there's a lot of other things that you can learn from. Like, you learn to be friends, you learn to give and take, you learn to tolerate.
Itulah macam our recreational play programs lah, but in more of a heightened aspect lah.
I see. For the listeners and for myself also, Pahang Rangers ni adakah is an elite or a social futsal team? So MPFL ni dah kalau masuk tu kira top lah Macam
it's the Liga Super, it's
Liga
the Premier
Super
League
tapi
futsal.
it's futsal.
Correct.
I see. I'm just asking kau.
No, because again, that's the objective of this podcast, is to showcase all sports. You know,
betul.
Macam last week baseball kita, the previous week dengan Sekjan Izri Nabil, and also the second episode with Coach Cam. You know, again, it's about piercing the lens into other dimensions of Malaysian sports.
So you are at the Pahang Rangers ni is the top of the in the big leagues of the futsal side.
Yeah.
Is it? Kira power lah. And you are the head of the section of the Pahang. Ui. Okay, power.
Okay.
So you have your academies and your grassroots initiative for Pahang Rangers and everything. And so now you are more focused on which side, or both ke, atau dua-dua jalan ke, macam mana? Macam mana you handle that?
Okay, so this is my second year with Pahang Rangers.
Okay.
I've
Congratulations.
Alhamdulillah. I've not been in any professional team before. So this is my first journey sort of. Before this, as I said, I was with 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙄𝑚 FC. So it's more amateur, social,
Okay.
friends.
Kawan-kawan, buddy-buddy.
But now with professional team, we have a vision and mission which every year I speak with my boss, who's the owner, also is the president of Pahang Rangers, Tengku Fahad Shah.
Okay.
And I think because of the vision of missions that we have, it's quite difficult in order to achieve sometimes because our priorities are the first team because we are in the Premier League.
Okay.
We want to win the Premier League. We want to win the Malaysia Cup. It's as simple as that. But at the same time, because of the legacy that I think we should have been leaving behind or providing the community, which also will be our supporters program. So if I'm not sure if you have watched or heard our match, if we have a stadium in Sukpa in Kota. So that stadium can fit up to, it's not our stadium, it's the Malaysia Bandaran, but we work with Malaysia Bandaran, but we call it our home. So we can fit up to 4,000 packs for futsal.
Okay.
So on good days, I would say we can go up to 4,500. On regular basis, sort of, we can get up to maybe 500 people. But so far, our fans has been very consistent. This is where I think we should be contributing back to the community. So the grassroots and the professional team has to go hand in hand together.
Synergy lah.
Yeah,
Macam you did mention
created
pasal academy. Is there anything else that you want to share?
Ada
So
macam
it's not just me created, it's me and my team. I
Kau
cannot
ada.
I cannot claim for
Shout out
that.
to your team also.
So I receive interns applications every 3 months sort of. We receive applications. But my style is I want to interview my interns first before allowing them to come in, because we are a very small team.
Okay.
And we need people who comes in to understand how the culture are, how we work things out, because we are small team. So bear in mind, small team meaning that you are not necessarily just in charge of one thing. You might be doing 5 other things.
Orang banyak kerja.
You have to be very flexible in sports club where we are small.
Small team tu
Nature.
boleh tanya berapa tak? Adakah small team dia seorang ke?
No. Now, Alhamdulillah, we are 9 of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the club
for the
Pahang Rangers ni?
On the office side,
Okay.
our coaching side will be different.
Different,
Yeah,
okay.
be side different.
Tapi bahagian management, admin tu semua 9 orang in total.
Yeah.
Ush, to handle satu community grassroots tu semua.
Yeah.
Wow, respect.
Last week we had our first under-23 futsal cup.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that I have to give credit to my interns and protege, because they actually working 24/7 for it. So yeah, I think it was a success because the turnout of the team, because we were just trying out. So this cup is actually a testing ground for us to do our league, under-23 league. But we want to see what are the players' feedback, because this the cup that we organize, I specifically wanted to ensure that we have high performance. When you have a high performance team, you have to have a high performance support system.
Okay,
right? Correct.
Okay.
So when you have to ensure this high performance, you also need to have high performance tournaments and facilities, so that your players are biasa, bukan dia macam they court, futsal court, there's a different
dimension.
So ada yang selalu main half court, so dia main, so you don't, macam kita main bola, tapi kalau FIFA size dengan non FIFA size kan lain.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, so our tournaments are all FIFA size court.
Okay.
So we want to normalize that for our tournaments, that you come in, we follow the FIFA rules. Meaning, if you have to come in with just seat number, you have to come in. If not, you are not able to play. If the whistle tiup, okay, it's timing 2 minutes. You are not there, then you're not there. You consider,
Discipline.
yeah.
Okay.
No, standards lah. It's cultivating standards from what I'm hearing, and it's great. It's a great initiative because it's life skills juga.
Ramai ke the turnout for the
So we were targeting 8 teams. Alhamdulillah we got the 8 teams. But what is nice is actually we got teams outside Kuantan. So we got team from Pekan, from Chendu and Temerloh.
Nice.
And the team from Temerloh, they are actually 18 years old. All.
Oh, walaupun dia bawah 23 lah.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
style. So that is the first program that you Pahang Rangers yang buat ke? Or
No.
other than that, can you share with us
we did a
different?
carnival koi in Temerloh. So the team that joined under 20 because previously they joined us. They sort of saw that we were doing tournaments, so they were interested. So we did carnival koi in Temerloh. So I have a dream, just like anyone else.
Carnival koi tu apa?
I pun nak tahu.
I'm about to
Okay.
explain.
Okay.
Okay. Carnival Call is we go create a tournament in Temerloh, which is maybe 1 hour and a half from Kuantan.
Okay.
Pahang Rangers is based in Kuantan, so most of the thing or event happens in Kuantan. So we want to be outside of Kuantan to be outreach with other district. The first one that we tried was Temerloh. That was a testing ground as well for us because my dream is to have a carnival in every district in Pahang.
Okay.
So Carnival Call, we had teams coming in to play. It's just 1 day from 8 morning sampai 3 petang.
Okay.
And we had fun.
It's just a nama program je ke? Ataupun dia carnival yang ada
Ikan.
rumah hantu? Ikan koi.
So every district in Pahang will have a different name of the carnival following to the place punya slang.
Smart incorporating local culture.
Oh, setiap distrik dia bukan koi.
Bukan koi.
Oh.
Nice.
Sebab aku tahu yang koi ni dia slang Pahang. So basically different district, different
Name.
Oh.
Hopefully, insyaAllah.
Untuk pendengar-pendengar semua, koi tu bukan ikan koi
Okay. Alright, okay, I got it.
So Pahang ni dia ada slang dialect dia lah. So carnival koi tu kalau nak tahu Google lah.
Or ask your Pahang friends. Okay.
Yes.
No, dia macam like it's smart because when you said pasal it starts on a Friday, then so and so. Macam you casting a wide net first, then you find the elite players later on through the program apa semua kan?
Yes, it's actually helpful. Beside providing a platform for our community, it's also for us to get down and get to know what's the feedback from the community and also outreach. Maksudnya contohnya ada orang tak tahu pun Pahang Rangers even they are in Pahang.
Betul lah.
The community has to know.
They are our actually support system, so we have to engage with them. Besides, of course, if the coaches are interested in players, that's the scouting ground also for them.
Dalam masa so adakah contohnya lah kalau orang dekat Pahang pendengar ni diorang baru dengar and diorang rasa diorang nak join this team, so it's also a chance untuk diorang be scouted dan main untuk Pahang Rangers also,
Maybe there's a high chance for it, but look out for do follow our community punya futsal, Pahang Futsal on Instagram. Beside our first team which is Pahang Rangers. But for you to be maybe we might be coming out with another tournament soon in 2 weeks time. So do follow us.
By the time ini dah keluar dah the
continuous.
So basically okay, kalau orang terlepas lah dengan your program banyak Pahang Rangers buat programs ni. Macam mana nak join selain daripada just follow the Instagram lah?
We have everything is on the announcements for our community projects are all on Pahang Futsal.
Okay.
Nice. Okay. So we talk how you macam synergize apa semua kan. How does macam like people beyond the circle, macam what's the support system towards doing all this work?
Yes, tadi dia kata 9 orang dalam
within the team and also externally jugalah.
Yes.
How do you guys support each other and like how do you as a leader juga as the Secretary General of Pahang Rangers, motivate not only yourself but you motivate your troops? Pahang Rangers troops.
I think because this is my first journey in a professional club, so for me it's very tough, very very tough. But of course you'll make mistake there and there because I don't have. I'll be very honest. I don't have any futsal background when I entered.
Okay.
I have zero knowledge. I don't even know what is futsal.
Okay.
Because I am from football background, so it's two different things.
Yes.
But I have a really really supportive owner. President. I have a very very supportive manager who helps me through not just my daily process, also in decision making. I have really good board of directors who are very supportive. We do argue, which
of course.
I think it's a healthy arguments, but
Okay.
from there I learned a lot of things, and I also like to go on Twitter. I think this do follow Padang Bola Sepak. You can read my articles on Padang Bola Sepak. Okay, I've
submit.
my learning journey actually from Twitter. I read a lot on Twitter.
Okay.
On football specific. Also, I read books that helps me to support myself emotionally and being a bit factual, being professional, so that when I argue, I don't argue because I rasa macam ni kot. No, I go back on facts.
Macam kata-kata clarity.
So once you have the facts, when you you can read on Twitter, but follow the right people lah.
Betul.
I mean, to know that the right people, you have to go and research whether
Of course, yeah.
So
Fact check,
when you have your facts right, you don't need people to validate you. You know what's right and what's wrong. You can just know. But my interns and my proteges and my I think my staff have been very supportive for me because we have open communication, meaning they can text me kata, Cik Tiara tu salah lah, Cik Tiara kena buat macam ni, Cik Tiara tertinggal F lah, ejaan tu salah. So we have that open communications where they can tell me if I'm wrong, I can tell them if they are wrong. So it's I think that itself is a really good support system, because for me, if salah ke betul, you gaduh in the club, not outside. Because I for me, macam, okay, if my staff, I tegur, because it's my responsibility to tegur. If I tak tegur, then outside is tegur, that will be even worse, right?
Correct.
So it's good for us to have that.
Do you, sorry
awareness.
to interject, but it's like, your manager protecting the players from the media, from the fans, apa semua. So very good leadership lah. That's commendable.
Yes. Terusnya, contohnya orang kat luar sana macam, wow, bestnya ada satu group yang fight for value for women's football, and they want to help you. Dan dia dengan 4 orang je. Adakah you are inviting people to join you guys as together, or macam mana? How do they join? How do they? Yeah.
Okay. So you can follow us on Instagram again. Instagram is a good platform.
Yes.
Yeah.
All social media.
Promote you ni.
WIF Malaysia. But I'm very very sorry. I apologize. I don't really have much time for my passion project. It's not paid project. We do it out of passion, and we don't even want to register ourselves professionally, because this is out of passion, and we don't want to have any restriction of doing what we're passionate for. So you can follow us on Instagram, although it's sometimes not updated, but we will, when we have events or anything, we have it updated there, and you can DM us anytime. We are open for collaboration, although the 4 of us will have discussion first whether how to
proceed.
But we are open for any collaborations or interests.
Nice. So that's already segment 1 and segment 2. Now we go to segment 3. So segment 3 ni very straightforward. We can cut in segment 3 to 2. So that's the Pahang Rangers side, and we have the WIF ni side.
Yeah.
So just one shot, challenges during your time, the success stories, and your hopes.
I think the challenges is myself for both.
Both. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
for both is
then
myself.
We cut into two. Okay. All right.
For both is myself because I always want more. I want to be better. I want to contribute more.
Oh, nak lebih. Yalah, kita semua nak lebih kan.
And I'm always frustrated with myself because I don't have enough time to split myself into two.
Biasalah tu. Kita
We
nak
understand.
lebih, kita tak pernah puas kan. Betul? Yes. Teruskan.
Yeah, I think the success stories
For Pahang Rangers first.
For Pahang Rangers, okay, success stories. I think the success story is for them to actually hire me. I mean, it's a male-dominated industry, and they are all
That's very
male.
true.
I think that will be their success story. Even myself.
Ya, bukan senang kan. Like, so basically tak ramai lah kita tahu kan yang the Secretary General tu is a woman, right?
Yeah, but I think the magical thing is Pahang FA Secretary General is also a female.
Oh, the Pahang FA. So you
Yeah.
guys memang ada collab and all
Yes,
that, right?
yes.
Yes. That's good. And for WIFF,
I think the success story will always be our pinning event, our first event where we back then where no one actually speak about women in football. We don't have any support system back then. We don't have any space or platform. When we first did that, and we had Ballport backing us, we had Copa Arena backing us. We had I have to mention this guy who's running the Penang Indian Football Club.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember reading about that. Yeah.
They are very, very helpful. They have great interest in a lot of women in Penang, and they have they said we inspired them, but I think they inspired us to do more because so after the event, actually he has created more other events just based on this one.
Alhamdulillah, that's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
So I think the first event is we achieve our target of creating value, making people to actually speak about women in football. So yeah.
Nice. Okay, hopes for Pahang Rangers, then for WIFM.
Hope for Pahang Rangers. Oh, I have high hopes for Pahang Rangers.
List them. Tu macam lagu pun lain. Good.
I hope that we could be the heart of football in Pahang. I mean, it's not just a tagline, it's not just a saying, it's something that we can actually work together with the community and grow the community together to create a platform. You don't see it. It's just a sport. It's a career. It's something that you turn up to when you feel difficult, when you have stress. You need to sweat. You need an alternative. I hope we can be that.
Nice. And okay, and the last one for WIFM.
Hopes for WIF.
Yes.
I hope that we can have more time to actually contribute to our passions.
Faham.
Some people say I can just recruit people or get people to help me out, but then I think I'm very meticulous about, because football is about passion, energy, and love. And if you can't combine three, and if you are there for money, then it's a bit difficult. Then you won't be contributing your time as much as I would hope you would do for running WF for us. So although we don't have time, all the time is very important. Now time is everything is about time.
It's a commodity. Yeah.
But I would prefer we run it ourselves and push it the way or hate it the way that we would see it.
Nice. Step by step, going forward, steps to progress is just taking the one step at a time lah.
Yes, betul. Because before this, aku tak tahu pun yang, Pahang has a futsal team at first. And I didn't know that it's a futsal industry is big in Malaysia. And yeah, to have her explaining to us.
I was at your point. You got was 2017.
Okay.
I didn't know there was a Liga Futsal Kebangsaan. Now it's rebranded as Malaysian Premier Futsal League. So macam again, to the audience listening out there, we hope that we again this podcast at the end of the day, it's about us sharing the knowledge.
Yes.
Education being informative and so on and so forth, and kita pun as your host, kita pun belajar juga.
Yes, betul.
So this is the most exciting part of of Better Call Sukan. Okay, so dah segment 1, 2, 3 settle.
Yes.
Arif boy. Now kita pergi our
Kita
usual
santai-santai je kan.
the last segment.
Kita nak kenal lebih tentang kita punya guest pada hari ini. So Mutiara, do share with us dan pendengar-pendengar dan penonton-penonton di luar sana, kelab apa yang you support?
Sports club, local and
dengan international.
That's a very nervous answer.
I support Malaysia.
Okay.
So we have a game tonight.
At the point of this recording.
So you support Malaysia. Ya,
Malaysia.
Kau tanya aku pun support Malaysia. Tapi
Maaf aku.
I mean the like clubs. Do you have any clubs
No,
that
I
you...
don't. Can I support Pahang Rangers then?
Boleh.
Boleh. Tak ada hal.
So like for futsal, do you watch any other futsal outside of the country?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Hi boss. I'm sorry. I think my boss also needs know this. I prefer football than futsal.
Okay, so kalau football you tengok apa selain
Malaysia.
daripada Malaysia? Itu je. Okay. So, itu
It's an honest answer. It's an answer.
So dia tak ada ni.
But I have an additional question. Sorry for cutting you off. What you're going to the Women's World Cup?
Yep.
Okay. The team that you're very excited to see. No team.
Tak ada.
Oh.
Dia cuma.
No. I mean for World Cup really. I don't have a team.
Oh, okay.
Yang dalam hati dia Pahang Rangers je.
Nice. If America goes far, kena salam. Sports that you wouldn't be in if it wasn't football or futsal. Do you see yourself in other
I don't
sports?
see myself in other sport. I used to run.
Okay.
I did KL marathon, half marathon a lot with my brothers. My brothers run. But that's about it. I'm not into any sport. Even if not football, I don't play football. The place, yeah.
I mean,
But
like when you did mention at the top of the show, you were doing Olympic punya papers, and I mean, like, what sports that intrigued you while you were doing the paper?
Ada sukan
Just to flip
ke
it a bit.
futsal juga ke?
Still football.
Still football.
I don't see myself in any other sports.
Okay.
Or
So
I'm
fair.
interested in any sport, but I don't know how to play football. But it's still, I guess, because that's the first love, sort of.
Betul,
where
yeah.
you learn to love and grow for it, so you just champion it.
Betul tu. Like to me before you continue, I nak cakap yang ni dia like Secretary General of Pahang Rangers. Like top lah kira. So you don't have to like betul-betul pandai main bola sepak in order for you to have a career.
Things about the clarity of mind of the direction of where you want to go.
Betul. So it's an opportunity for everyone actually. Tak semestinya macam dia tak tengok klub mana dia hanya Pahang Rangers hanya di hati. And she's in the industry, you know.
It shows interesting leadership as well, in my point of view, because like you're going in an alternative route to grow a community. So I think hats off to the leadership. In my opinion.
I'm still learning, so don't put it too much.
No, I mean, like, we're we're still learning as well in this podcast as well.
Betul. I mean, I'm just saying lah. Like dia macam ada cabang-cabang banyak.
Correct.
Dia punya peluang kat sana luar kalau orang nak dengar all this kan. Is you want it or not? Because
Correct.
Walaupun dia kata dia masuk accidentally in this industry, but kalau dia tak nak dia dah caw lah. Kan?
True.
Betul tak?
Well, there's a satisfaction. So when I manage Chalo, the satisfaction is when we win. Tak payah tournament pun. Bukan
menang
liga.
game friendly biasa je.
There's a satisfaction of make sure the players come on time. Make sure the players have their kids. Make sure there are no injuries. Make sure the satisfaction itself.
Ya, yelah dia
checklist.
Ya, but baguslah dia buat macam tu and buatkan dia lebih ni nak teruskan ke Pahang Rangers. So kita ke soalan seterusnya. You macam seronok tengok futsal and football ni kan. Ada ke sukan lain yang you rasa macam interesting lah nak tengok dan nak belajar?
Yeah.
Since you tak ada langsung like you know about like you're limited ni, do you want to learn more about any other sports that you rasa?
Maybe basketball.
Okay.
Basketball.
Because it's a fast-paced thing. tak pernah main.
Yelah, dia macam lebih kurang macam futsal kan. Dia macam fast pace punya. Faham dia punya.
5 is 5 and macam the triangles juga.
So the tactical wise of futsal has been very interesting for me because up until today I don't understand. There's a lot of things. Even at the club they will say Mutiara tak tahu because there's too many tacticals.
Facets,
So I think for basketball is that interesting as well. So if I get to learn from ground zero, it will be very interesting for me.
And also one thing I really enjoy about futsal and basketball because they have stop clock. Bola out.
Yep.
I would really for me, as you know, because we're football people juga and sports, I think that's important for sports. Because time wasting for me is memang tak suka time wasting. Anyway, so if there's an episode of Better Call Sukan in the future that you want to tune into and learn about that sport or that particular discipline ke or whatever, what would that episode be?
Atau you just panggil bos I ke apa you cakap. Tak masalah.
I think so from my Olympic class, we have this Paralympics association that was one of the. It's very very interesting to learn how they struggle. It's very interesting because I think we are very blessed and lucky. So it's good for anyone out there. You just say, Allah, football can do this, football can do that, should do this. It's more of should, patut buat ni, patut buat ni.
Correct.
Okay, betul.
But when you hear how Paralympics struggle and work on, then you realize that we are just so blessed and lucky, and we should actually be humble and retune of our
attitude.
So basically apa yang dia nak kalau kita panggil is from the Paralympic side.
Yeah.
I see.
And they go to World Cup and we don't.
Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah, we should go
Yeah,
venture.
and the other guy is this guy, �12 or �12. I'm sorry, Eddie. So he's from basketball.
Okay.
He's the referee and he's been match official.
Okay.
For basketball, World Cup, top Olympics a few times.
For Paralympic sports?
Normal sport.
Okay.
But it's not much recognized in Malaysia. But worldwide, he get paid in USD for representing.
You're gonna get a call from us, okay, Eddie?
It's very interesting to hear this. Yeah.
Kita contact dia.
Kan, kita call dia. Thank you. I mean, I think we just to give a teaser to the audience, and we do have something for the Paralympic athlete in the pipeline, and also congrats to the CP punya team. They recently won gold in SEA Games. Apa cerebral palsy?
Cerebral palsy.
New Olympic punya team. So congratulations to them. Thank you, Mutiara, for the suggestions, and we'll definitely. The reason we ask that to every guest is that macam kita nak penggembangkan the sports industry towards an active multi-sporting nation.
Yeah,
that's
sebab
the dream
kita
lah.
nak kata yang everyone tahu ni je and rasa dah knowledgeable teruk lah tu. Tapi sebenarnya dengan mendengar setiap episod kita setakat ni, setiap episod tu ada benda baru dan orang pun tak tahu pun benda ni. Yes. Aku pun tak tahu.
Aku tak tahu pasal koi tadi.
So like you want to know about different type of sports tu in Better Call Sukan, kita dah dengar. So kita move to the next question, which is, who is your favourite athlete?
And
I don't
coach.
have any. but recently, so I attend this course. So I was introduced to this book called Legacy.
Okay.
So it's
written by?
So this the New Zealand, the Kiwi punya
Rugby.
yes, rugby.
All Blacks, okay.
Yeah, it's a very very interesting book. So if I were kena juga pilih athlete, I'll take that team.
Oh, the whole team of the All Blacks.
Betul.
Interesting rugby.
Rugby pun is in the pipeline, guys. Banyak macam.
So kalau coach pun coach untuk All Blacks tu ke atau?
Yes.
Okay.
Nice.
The whole team. If I were
Kalau kena pilih.
kena juga pilih kan.
But do you like watch or you see all other athletes like like the famous athletes like like
Michael Jordan.
Tiger Woods, all that? Do you Ke macam tahu-tahu macam tu je lah?
Dia just pass by macam tu.
Periphery, okay.
So yang you betul-betul kena athlete is the buku legacy tu lah.
Yeah,
So,
legacy.
yeah, good. It's an answer. Diterima.
Diterima. Kira-kira nanti kita ada macam score counter tu. Betul.
Aku terima. Kalau
terima.
tak apa aku tanya.
Okay, aku terima. I pun terima. Okay, Arief, we can take the next one.
Yes.
The next two.
Legacy ni ada movie ke? Kalau tak ada, kita nak tanya like any movies or series cerita out there yang pasal sukan yang you minat. Dan kalau you minat, karakter apa? Siapa karakter tu yang you minat? Ada tak? Fictional characters in any.
This on Netflix. Nama dia apa? League something. It's Korean, Japanese.
Oh, is it about baseball?
Yeah.
Hot Stove League.
Yes.
Yes.
Rafiq in the last episode.
Betul.
It's really, really, really good.
Nice. Oh, dia kata actually dia pun tak perasan atau dia perasan actually. Dia kata dia tahu sedikit je.
Ya,
tapi
padahal
dia
dia tahu
punya
banyak.
jawapan rugby, basketball, baseball. Not bad. And okay, is there any quotes
Yeah,
or
since you-
saying that keeps you going? Yes.
You said that not only television apa semua, but you read a lot of books from what I understand. Any quotes from any of your favorite books, especially Legacy?
I don't have any favorite quotes because I like when you read then
You move on.
Buku ni best. Betul baca lagi buku ni best. So you get
okay.
yeah. But there's this quote that my friends always called me.
Okay.
But in AYN something. So it's something like they always see me as you can't stop me.
Okay, unstoppable lah.
Unstoppable lah. Dia punya
Mantra.
It's like I'm the only one who can stop me.
Faham. So that itulah quote dan saying yang membuatkan you go.
No, but that's what my friends call me.
Yeah, okay.
I don't go by it. But I don't have any quote that I go by because to me, anything can happen anytime. I mean, you can't be like, let's say today I believe in this quote, but it won't be happening or helping me in certain situations.
Correct.
Dia dah cipta quote sendiri ni. Anything can happen anytime.
That's good already tu. Okay.
Alright, sekarang ni kita nak habiskan kita punya cerita pula. Kita punya podcast. Thank you Mutiara
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
being
for
our
joining us.
guest today. Tapi sebelum tu kita nak bagi peluang for you to promote lah your both sides, Pahang Rangers and WIF.
Before I promote Pahang Rangers in WIF, I have to promote Padang Bola Sepak. No, you have to understand where I started. I started with zero platform. So
Okay.
Padang Bola Sepak was my platform to put out my work and my words.
Okay, faham.
Yeah. So if you need to share your words and your work, you have to put it on Padang Bola Sepak. They are
Okay.
very supportive online. That's number one.
Okay.
Number two,
Itu.
do follow Pahang Rangers, our journey. We have very, very interesting journey ahead of us as we start with the semi-final and quarter-final and semi-final very, very soon. Let's hope we can be in final this year again and be champion for MPFL.
Okay.
Okay.
So is that on Instagram?
It's on
TikTok semua?
We don't have a TikTok. We only have Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Pahang Rangers.
Pahang
See,
Rangers.
Yeah.
Alright.
And also do support our community IG, which is Pahang Futsal, where all the community things happens.
Okay.
And then for WIF, you can just follow WIF Malaysia on Instagram.
Okay. I think itulah style dan ngam untuk kita end this session.
Okay.
Khal, you got anything to say?
I'm good. I've learned a lot in this episode. The last two episodes in particular. You know, the baseball episode and this episode. I'm looking forward to learn even more going forward.
Alright.
Alright. Arief, take us home.
So thank you everybody. Thank you listeners sebab dengar this episode. And don't forget to like share with your friends sebab kita pun dah dapat like people cakap dengarlah cakaplah pasal sukan ni, cakaplah pasal sukan ni, cakaplah pasal orang ni. So if you have anyone that you nak, please let us know sebab kita orang memang nak kenal and nak tahu more about other sports and different type of people. Tak kisahlah athlete ke, you're the sekjen ke, whoever lah. So please let us know. So thank you again,
Follow
Mutiara.
us Better Call Sukan on YouTube.
Oh ya, okay. Kita tak promote diri kita. Kita tak promote diri kita. Dunia promote ni. So everyone, please follow us as well. Thank you very much to all listeners and penonton semua. I hope to see you guys really, really soon. My name is Arief Danial.
I'm Khal and that's Mutiara.
Follow us on Better Call Sukan.
See you soon. Bye-bye.